What if I told you that every single night while you sleep, your body is performing miracles that most modern medicine can't explain, yet you're actively preventing these miracles from happening without even realizing it? Think about it for a moment. You lie down exhausted. You close your eyes for what should be 8 hours of restoration, and yet you wake up feeling just as tired, foggy, and depleted as when you went to bed. Has this ever happened to you? You're not alone, and more importantly, this isn't normal. But before we begin, please hit the like button and let me know where in the world you're watching from today. It's always fascinating seeing who's joining us from around the world. And if you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of our future videos. Now, here's something that Joel Goldsmith understood decades ago. Something that modern science is only now beginning to catch up with. Sleep isn't just a time when your brain shuts down and your body rests. No, something far more profound is happening. During those hours of darkness, while your conscious mind drifts away, your physical body is supposed to reconnect with what Goldsmith called divine healing energies. These aren't abstract spiritual concepts. We're talking about actual tangible processes that repair cellular damage, regenerate tissue, fight off disease, and restore the delicate balance of every system in your body. But here's where it gets shocking. Most people are blocking this natural healing process every single night. They're creating barriers between their physical body and the spiritual source of regeneration that wants to flow through them. And the consequences? They're walking around with chronic illness, premature aging, mental fog, and a deep sense of spiritual disconnection, wondering why nothing seems to help, why they can't seem to get better no matter what they try. Goldsmith taught that your body is a self-healing temple, designed with extraordinary regenerative capacity built right into your DNA. Every cell knows how to repair itself. Every organ knows how to detoxify and restore. This wisdom is hardwired into your very existence. But modern life has erected walls around this temple. We've filled our nights with habits, thoughts, and environments that actively sever the connection between our physical form and the divine power that seeks to heal us. What you're about to discover might surprise you, because the answer isn't found in another supplement, another medical intervention, or another expensive treatment. The answer lies in understanding what's happening in those 8 hours you spend unconscious each night. Every single evening, you face a choice, though you probably don't realize you're making it. Your body is either moving toward vibrant health and restoration, or it's accelerating toward deterioration and disease. And this choice isn't determined by your genetics, your age, or even your current health condition. Stay with me until the end of this video, because what Goldsmith revealed about the relationship between sleep, spiritual alignment, and physical healing has the power to transform not just how you sleep, but how you heal, how you age, and how you experience life itself. The simple changes we're about to explore could unlock healing miracles that your body is desperately trying to perform right now, tonight, if only you would stop blocking them. So let me ask you again, what's really happening during those 8 hours of sleep? Think about what's actually happening right now in millions of bedrooms across the world. People are lying down, closing their eyes, and entering what Joel Goldsmith described as the body's communion with the infinite. This isn't poetic language meant to sound spiritual. This is the hidden truth about what sleep really is. When your conscious mind finally releases its grip and drifts into dreams, your physical form doesn't just power down like a computer going into rest mode. Something far more extraordinary begins to unfold. During those dark, quiet hours, while you're completely unaware, your body is having a conversation with forces beyond your conscious understanding. It's rebuilding damaged cells. It's repairing tissues worn down by the day's activities. It's purging toxins that have accumulated in your blood, your organs, your very tissues. Your immune system is waging war against invading pathogens and abnormal cells that could become disease. Your chemistry is rebalancing itself, hormones are being secreted, neural pathways are being strengthened or pruned. This is the presence of healing, not the absence of waking. This is your body's journey back to wholeness, a journey it makes every single night if you allow it. But here's the revelation that changes everything, the part that most people never grasp. This healing doesn't happen automatically. Goldsmith was emphatic about this point. You can't just close your eyes and expect miracles to occur. The transformation that should happen during sleep depends entirely on the conditions you've created. Are you opening the channels for divine healing energy to flow through every cell, or are you blocking that flow with decisions you don't even realize you're making? If this kind of deep, transformative content speaks to you, make sure you subscribe to this channel. This is where we explore the spiritual truths that actually make a difference in your life, and I don't want you to miss what's coming next. Most of us are blocking it. We're making choices throughout our day, especially in those critical hours before sleep, that create barriers between our physical body and the source of all healing. We're carrying toxic mental states into our beds. We're surrounding ourselves with environments that interfere with natural restoration. We're holding on to emotions that turn our internal chemistry acidic and inflammatory. And then we wonder why we're not healing, why we're aging faster than we should, why chronic conditions persist, no matter what treatments we try. The impact of this disconnection is profound. Every night that you block the healing process is a night your body doesn't get to complete its restorative work. The damage accumulates, the toxins build up, the inflammation spreads, the decline accelerates, and you wake up feeling the evidence of that blockage in your fatigue, your pain, your mental fog, your sense that something fundamental isn't working right. Your body is trying to tell you something. It's trying to show you that the connection has been severed. Now, I want to go even deeper into this, because understanding what blocks healing is just the beginning. What matters is recognizing the specific patterns in your own life, the habits you've developed without questioning them, the mindset you bring to sleep itself. Write in the comments, "I'm ready to understand," if this is resonating with you, because what comes next reveals exactly how these blocks manifest in your daily routine and what you can do about them tonight. Let me show you what's really happening in that moment when you drift from waking to sleeping. There's a transfer of power taking place, a shift so profound that most people never stop to consider its significance. Your conscious mind, the part of you that's been controlling, planning, worrying, and managing everything all day long, finally loosens its grip. It steps back, and in that space, something extraordinary moves in to take its place. Your subconscious mind, which Goldsmith understood to be directly connected to universal consciousness, to infinite intelligence, to what many call God, assumes control of your physical body. This isn't just a change in brainwave patterns. This is your personal consciousness making contact with something vastly greater than itself. And during this transfer, healing energies that flow through all of creation, the same force that makes plants grow and wounds close and broken bones knit back together, can finally enter your body without the interference of your conscious mind's doubts, fears, and resistance. This is when the real work begins. Your cells, now operating under the guidance of infinite intelligence rather than your limited conscious awareness, start their repair protocols. Your immune system, freed from the suppression of stress hormones, launches into battle against infections you didn't even know you had. Your organs begin their deep detoxification processes, filtering out the accumulated poisons from your blood and tissues. Your nervous system, which has been firing in fight or flight mode all day, finally resets itself. Your glands release the healing hormones that only come during deep rest. This is the behind-the-scenes miracle that should be happening every single night. But here's the revelation that transforms everything: the quality of this. Healing, the depth of this restoration, depends entirely on your spiritual alignment in those final moments before sleep. Goldsmith was absolutely clear about this. If you carry anger into your bed, if your last thoughts are replaying arguments or rehearsing resentments, you're creating vibrational blocks that prevent healing energy from flowing properly. If you're consumed with worry about tomorrow, if fear is running through your mind as you close your eyes, if you're mentally attacking yourself with criticism and self-judgment, you're essentially closing the door on the very forces that want to heal you. Your mental state and your spiritual state aren't separate from your physical healing. They're the gateway to it. Those final thoughts before sleep, the emotional frequency you're vibrating at when consciousness transfers from your mind to the infinite, these set the tone for everything that happens in your body over the next 8 hours. It's like tuning a radio. If you're tuned to the frequency of peace, gratitude, and spiritual trust, healing flows in clearly and powerfully. If you're tuned to anger, fear, and resistance, the signal gets blocked, distorted, interrupted. This is why two people can sleep the same number of hours and wake up in completely different states. One feels restored because they created the conditions for healing. The other feels depleted because they blocked the process with their mindset. The impact of this understanding on your health journey cannot be overstated because it means you have far more control than you realize. Put down, "I choose healing," if you're starting to see how your thoughts before sleep might be affecting your restoration. So what's the practical solution to creating this spiritual alignment before sleep? Goldsmith gave very specific guidance on this, and it might surprise you because he wasn't talking about religious obligation or complicated rituals. He was talking about prayer and gratitude as a healing protocol, as deliberate as taking medicine but infinitely more powerful. This is a decision you make, a conscious choice to end your day differently than you've been ending it. When you take just a few minutes before sleep to align your consciousness with divine love and peace, when you express genuine gratitude for the blessings in your life, when you pray not from desperation but from trust, you're doing something very specific on an energetic level. You're opening a channel. You're creating a clear pathway for healing energy to flow through every cell in your body throughout the entire night. This isn't about being good or spiritual enough. This is about understanding how the system works and using it correctly. Think of it like preparing soil before planting seeds. You wouldn't throw seeds on hard, rocky ground and expect a harvest. You prepare the soil first. Prayer and gratitude before sleep are how you prepare your body and consciousness to receive the healing that wants to flow to you. Without this preparation, you're trying to heal on hard ground. The transformation can't take root. And here's what makes this even more compelling. Modern science is now proving what Goldsmith taught decades ago. Researchers have discovered that during deep sleep, your brain activates a cleansing system that flushes out toxic proteins, the same proteins that accumulate and cause Alzheimer's disease. During REM sleep, your mind processes the emotional experiences of the day and consolidates important memories, essentially performing psychological healing while you're unconscious. During the deepest stages of sleep, your pituitary gland releases growth hormone that floods through your system, repairing damaged tissues and building new cellular structures. Your immune system becomes incredibly active during sleep, releasing specialized proteins called cytokines that fight inflammation and coordinate your body's defense against disease. Your heart rate drops, your blood pressure decreases, giving your cardiovascular system the recovery time it desperately needs. Every single system in your body shifts into healing mode. The science is clear and measurable. But what science is only beginning to understand is what Goldsmith knew all along. This physical healing process is intimately connected to your spiritual state. The data shows that people who practice gratitude and prayer before sleep experience deeper sleep cycles, more consistent healing hormone, release, and better immune function. The mind-body connection isn't metaphorical. It's biological reality with spiritual roots. Your thoughts, your emotions, your spiritual alignment, these don't just affect how you feel. They directly influence the chemical cascades, the neural patterns, and the cellular processes that determine whether your body heals or deteriorates during sleep. Now, understanding this connection opens up a completely different approach to health, one that puts the power back in your hands rather than leaving you dependent on external interventions. Write in the comments, "I see the connection," if you're beginning to grasp how your spiritual practices directly impact your physical restoration. Let me share something that might make you uncomfortable because it directly challenges habits most people follow without question. Every night, millions of people eat heavy meals right before bed, thinking it doesn't matter as long as they're getting their sleep hours. But here's the hidden truth about what's actually happening inside your body when you do this. When you eat processed foods, heavy proteins, or large meals close to bedtime, you're forcing your body to make a critical decision: digest this food or heal damaged cells. It cannot do both simultaneously. Your stomach has to churn and break down that food. Your liver has to work overtime processing fats and filtering toxins from your bloodstream. Your pancreas struggles to manage the blood sugar spike. All of this requires enormous amounts of energy, the same energy that should be redirected to cellular repair, immune function, and tissue regeneration. So while you're lying there thinking you're resting, your body is actually in a state of metabolic stress, postponing the healing work that can only happen when digestion isn't competing for resources. Goldsmith understood this principle deeply. He recommended light, easily digestible foods in the evening precisely because he knew the body needs to complete its digestive work before it can shift into full healing mode. This isn't about restriction or deprivation. This is about timing and strategy. Your body wants to heal you, but you have to stop giving it conflicting instructions. You have to stop forcing it to choose between processing food and repairing damage. If this video opened your eyes to something new about healing and sleep, show me by hitting that like button. It's a simple gesture that tells me this content is reaching the people who need it most. Now, beyond what you're putting into your body, there's another layer of interference that most people never consider: the environment you're sleeping in. Goldsmith emphasized that your sleeping space profoundly affects your healing capacity. He spoke about the absolute necessity of fresh air circulation, of well-ventilated rooms, because your body requires oxygen to perform cellular repair. When you're breathing stale, oxygen-depleted air all night, you're starving your cells of the fuel they need for regeneration. But the environmental impact goes even deeper than air quality. Goldsmith had insights about artificial energies interfering with the body's natural healing frequencies long before our modern world became saturated with electromagnetic radiation. Think about your bedroom right now. Is your phone on your nightstand, just inches from your head? Are you surrounded by Wi-Fi routers, smart devices, electronic alarm clocks, all emitting electromagnetic frequencies throughout the night? You might not feel these energies, but your cells are responding to them. These artificial frequencies create a kind of static interference with your body's own electromagnetic field, the subtle energy patterns that coordinate healing processes at the cellular level. It's like trying to have a quiet conversation in a room full of loud machinery. The healing signals your body is trying to send and receive get disrupted, distorted, overwhelmed by the electronic noise surrounding you. The transformation you're seeking might be blocked not by lack of willpower or bad genetics, but by the environment you've unknowingly created. This revelation changes the entire approach to sleep and healing, because it means you have concrete, actionable decisions you can make tonight that will immediately impact your body's ability to restore itself. Put down. Environment matters. If you're realizing how your sleeping space might be affecting your healing journey, but there's something even more insidious blocking your healing, something you carry with you every single night without realizing the damage it's causing. I'm talking about the mental and emotional toxicity you take to bed with you. Goldsmith revealed something that modern psychoneuroimmunology is now confirming. When you hold on to anger, fear, resentment, or anxiety, you're not just experiencing negative emotions. You're creating actual chemical changes in your body that acidify your entire system and block the flow of healing energy. When you lie down angry at someone, replaying the argument in your mind, nursing your grievances and resentments, your body doesn't register that as mere thought. Your body experiences it as a threat and responds by flooding your bloodstream with cortisol and adrenaline. Instead of marinating in healing hormones like growth hormone and melatonin, you're bathing every cell in stress chemicals designed for survival, not restoration. Your immune system gets suppressed. Your digestive system shuts down. Your cellular repair mechanisms go offline, all because you're holding on to emotional poison. The same thing happens when you carry worry into sleep. When your last thoughts are anxious rehearsals of tomorrow's problems or fearful projections about what might go wrong, you activate your sympathetic nervous system, the fight or flight response that's designed to help you escape danger. But this response is incompatible with healing. Your body literally cannot heal and defend at the same time. It must choose one, and when you're lying there consumed with anxiety, you're forcing it to choose defense over restoration every single time. This is the brutal truth behind why so many people don't heal despite getting adequate sleep hours. The transformation they're seeking is blocked not by time in bed, but by the mindset they bring to bed. You can sleep for 10 hours, but if those 10 hours are spent in a state of emotional toxicity, your body will wake up more damaged than when it lay down. Now, even if you manage to clear your mind and release your emotional burdens, there's another critical factor that determines whether healing actually occurs. Goldsmith was insistent about this. You must sleep during the natural dark hours. This isn't arbitrary preference. Your body operates on ancient rhythms that have been hardwired into your biology over millions of years of evolution. These circadian rhythms are tied directly to the movement of the sun. When you stay awake until 2 or 3 in the morning, scrolling through your phone or binge-watching shows, you're not just being undisciplined. You're creating internal chaos at the cellular level. Your hormones are released on precise schedules. Your organs perform specific detoxification and repair functions at specific times. Your immune system follows predictable patterns tied to day and night cycles. When you fight against these natural rhythms, when you try to convince your body that 3 a.m. is the new bedtime, you disrupt the entire orchestration of healing that should be happening. The impact of this misalignment compounds over time. It's not just one night of poor healing. It's years of accumulated damage, because your body never gets the synchronized restoration it was designed to receive. Write in the comments, alignment is everything, if you're recognizing how your schedule might be sabotaging your healing journey. There's something most people never consider, a detail so simple it seems almost trivial, yet Goldsmith understood its profound impact on healing. I'm talking about the physical position you sleep in. You probably just flop into bed, however feels comfortable in the moment. But that unconscious decision is affecting every organ system in your body throughout the night. Goldsmith frequently recommended sleeping on your right side, and the reasoning behind this reveals just how precisely designed your body's healing mechanisms actually are. When you sleep on your right side, you enhance blood circulation in ways that optimize organ function. Your liver, which is your primary detoxification organ and works its hardest during sleep hours, operates most efficiently in this position. The liver is responsible for filtering toxins from your blood, breaking down hormones, processing fats, and performing hundreds of chemical reactions essential to healing. When you sleep on your right side, you facilitate this entire detoxification process because gravity and anatomy work together to support optimal liver function. Contrast this with sleeping on your stomach, which compresses your organs, restricts your breathing, and prevents the deep, restorative sleep your body needs for healing. Or consider that many people sleep in whatever position feels momentarily comfortable without realizing they're creating physical barriers to the restoration their body is trying to perform. This isn't about perfection. This is about making informed decisions that support your healing journey rather than inadvertently sabotaging it. Now, beyond the physical positioning of your body, there's a spiritual preparation that Goldsmith taught as essential for optimal healing. Prayer and meditation before sleep aren't just practices that calm your anxious mind, though they certainly do that. They literally prepare your body at a cellular level to receive healing energy. When you take those final moments before sleep to consciously invite healing, when you surrender your body to divine care rather than trying to control everything, when you release the burdens and struggles of the day and place your trust in spiritual restoration, you're creating the optimal internal conditions for miraculous healing to occur. Your intention matters more than most people realize. Your faith, not as blind belief, but as genuine trust in a power greater than yourself, opens channels that skepticism and fear keep closed. Your willingness to surrender control, to stop gripping so tightly to outcomes and worries, allows the divine intelligence that flows through all creation to do its work unimpeded. This is the hidden truth about healing that modern medicine often misses. The transformation happens not just through mechanical processes, but through spiritual alignment. Think about the difference between someone who collapses into bed exhausted, mind still racing with tomorrow's problems, versus someone who takes 5 minutes to pray with genuine gratitude, to consciously release control, to trust that their body and spirit will be restored while they sleep. The second person has prepared the soil for healing. They've opened the door, they've created receptivity, and their body responds to that intention throughout the entire night with deeper healing processes than the exhausted, anxious person could ever access. Put down, "I'm learning to surrender," if this revelation is shifting how you think about your nightly routine. So let's talk about what this actually looks like in practice, because understanding the principles means nothing if you don't implement them. Creating a sleep sanctuary isn't about spending thousands on expensive mattresses or gadgets. It's about making intentional decisions that honor your body as the healing temple it was designed to be. Your bedroom should be genuinely dark, and I mean complete darkness, not the glow of electronics or streetlights filtering through thin curtains. Real darkness triggers melatonin production, the hormone that orchestrates your entire healing cascade during sleep. This means investing in blackout curtains or removing the electronics that emit those constant little lights throughout the night. It means opening a window to ensure fresh air circulation, even if it's just slightly, because stale air means oxygen-depleted air, and your cells cannot repair themselves without adequate oxygen. The temperature matters too. Your body needs to cool down as part of its natural healing process. So keeping your room between 60 and 67 degrees facilitates this biological requirement rather than fighting against it. The hours before sleep require just as much attention as the sleep environment itself. Stop eating 2 to 3 hours before bed so your body has completed digestion and can redirect all its energy to restoration. Limit or eliminate alcohol, which might make you drowsy, but prevents the deep sleep stages where real healing occurs. Turn off your screens at least an hour before sleep, preferably 2, and use that time for activities that elevate your consciousness rather than agitate it. Read something spiritually uplifting. Write in a gratitude journal. Do gentle stretching that releases the physical tension your body has been holding all day. Now, here's where everything we've discussed comes together into the most powerful revelation of all. Your body doesn't just heal randomly or mechanically. Your body heals according to the image you hold in your consciousness. If you see yourself as sick, broken, declining, and damaged, your body receives that instruction and works to manifest that image in physical form. If you see yourself as healing, whole, vital, and divinely sustained, your body receives that instruction instead and directs its resources toward manifesting health. During sleep, when your conscious mind finally stops interfering, your subconscious beliefs take over completely. This is why the affirmations and prayers you speak before sleep are so incredibly powerful. They're not just positive thinking exercises. They're programming instructions for your subconscious mind, which then guides every cellular process, every hormonal release, every immune response throughout the night. You're literally telling your body what to build, what to become, what to manifest. Most people have been programming themselves for disease without realizing it. Their last thoughts are worries about their symptoms, fears about getting worse, beliefs that they're powerless victims of circumstance, and their bodies dutifully follow those instructions all night long. But when you shift the image in your consciousness, when you claim your healing with faith and conviction, when you see yourself as already whole in spiritual reality, even if physical manifestation hasn't caught up yet, you give your body completely different marching orders. Write in the comments, "I choose the healing." Image, if you're ready to change what you've been unconsciously programming into your body. If you've made it this far, you're clearly someone who's serious about understanding the deeper truths behind healing, someone who's not satisfied with surface-level answers. That tells me something important about you. You're on a journey toward genuine transformation, and these insights from Joel Goldsmith's teachings are exactly what you've been searching for, even if you didn't know it until now. I create content like this because I believe this wisdom needs to reach the people who are ready for it, people like you who understand that real healing goes far beyond what conventional approaches offer. If this resonates with you, if you want more of these deep explorations into spiritual truths that can actually change your life, go ahead and subscribe to this channel. This is where we dive into the teachings that matter, the ones that give you practical tools for real transformation. And do me a favor, leave a comment right now saying, "This message was meant for me, so I know you were here, so I know this content is reaching the right people." Your engagement helps this message spread to others who need it just as much as you did. And if you found value in what we explored today, hit that like button. It helps more than you might think. Now there's another video right here that goes even deeper into how your thoughts shape your physical reality. It's a natural continuation of what we've been discussing, and I think you'll find it just as eye-opening. Click and continue with me over there. I'll see you in the next one.